All right, ladies. So I was talking to one of my monthly clients. Now, my monthly clients are my clients who are part of my Coaching a Pocket program that I have. It's a monthly thing. You guys can go to my website and get a free consultation with me and learn how to sign up. But she was telling me about the fact her main problem was that she was too much of a nice girl, right? Guys kept playing her. Okay. And the problem with her is that she was brought up in a Christian household. There's nothing wrong with being part of a Christian household. The issue is that you tend to suppress your shadow side. You tend to suppress your primal emotions. All right. You tend to avoid conflict. You tend to try to, try to give the other cheek and all that sort of stuff. And that is a room. You're giving people, manipulators, fucked up people, a room to enter your life and completely manipulate you. Bar none. Nice people get manipulated. Remember that. Nice people get manipulated. So we're gonna be talking about how to embrace your shadow. This is not deep shadow work. This is more surface level kind of thing where you guys can apply instantly and get some results, right? But this is how you're gonna do this in such a way that's going to in a way that's going to create attraction in the guy. All right, so let's begin.
Like a boss.
Now look, these are characteristics. These things, if you apply them in your relationship, if you apply them with guys, it will make you stand out. Men love this kind of stuff because men are masochistic to a certain degree. When a woman inflicts pain on a guy, it's hard for a guy to forget that woman, especially if her ego is involved. See what I'm saying? So let's begin this. All right, so what you guys have to understand about your shadow is this, is that you not when people don't see your shadow, they'll begin to see you as a very basic individual, right? They'll begin to see you like everybody else. All right, and what you have to understand is that your shadow is what gives you volume as an individual. Your shadow is what gives you an edge, is the magnetic part of your personality. When people see the shadow, they're able to see the contours. Like the shadows become the contours of who you are. So that rather than being a flattened, two-dimensional individual, which is like everybody, you become more well-rounded. There's more depth to you. You see what I'm saying? People can sense the depth in your character, particularly men. They'll see you as a strong woman, right? So seeing the shadow as well allows them to feel like you're unpredictable in a good way if you do it in a controlled way. All right. So let's talk about that, right? So the first thing that you want to do is use your frustration and anger to give you the will to hurt more, to give you the will and the ability to inflict pain. Because what you have to realize is that when you don't like somebody, I'm sorry, let me turn this off. My apologies, guys. I truly apologize. What you guys don't realize is that when you don't, one of the reasons why when you don't like the guy, they end up liking you back is because you're inflicting a lot of pain. You're just not aware of it. When you don't like a guy, you send them mixed signals, you ignore them, you take a long time to text, right? And you don't feel the kind of pain you're inflicting. But when you like the guy, you don't want to inflict that kind of pain on them. You feel bad. You like you're doing the I bendito type of bullshit, right? And so what happens is that by constraining yourself, you're not showing your shadow. You're not becoming a threat to a guy's self-esteem. So you gotta be a threat in order to gain someone's attention, to capture a man's attention. You gotta become a threat, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta be someone who could potentially threaten their self-esteem, right? So the first step is sometimes you're just not willing, especially if you're a nice girl, you're not willing to go to the dark side of things. Right? So use the frustration. Use all of the times that people played you. Use that anger that you have to be willing to hurt people and leave them. Use your resentment that you feel towards men and people to be willing to be a little colder at heart, consciously. Consciously, not unconsciously. I mean that you use that anger. It's almost like, let's just say somebody broke up with you, right? And you want to get them back. But at the same time, you want to get in shape. You say to yourself, you know what? Let me act like let me work out just to get him back. So you're working out, trying to get him back, but you know that there's a side benefit to it, right? So you use that anger, that frustration, that when people played you in the past as a shield, as a propeller, as fuel to give you the will to go to the dark side, because it is guilt, which is a sign of people's manipulation that stops you from embracing your shadow. And what you guys do not realize, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is your shadow that contains your power. It is your shadow that contains your creativity. It is your shadow that is a secret ingredient to getting what you want in life. Because unfortunately, the most powerful people are willing to play dirty. They're willing to play dirty. And if you're not willing to play dirty, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you're not maniacal, as long as you're under control, if you're not willing to play dirty, you are at a huge disadvantage. And if you think that's okay, you have succumbed to people's manipulation. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Be willing to hurt. It's important to be willing to hurt. You imagine you're somebody who's not willing to hurt people, and then God forbid somebody tries to fight you. What are you gonna do? Let yourself get hit? Motherfucker, you better fight back. If you're in jail and you're not willing to get a shank, you're gonna get shanked. Like you gotta be willing. If everybody's playing dirty, I'm sorry, man. That's the rules. Don't resent it. Accept, accept the reality of the fact. You have to play this game. People play games on you. You gotta play, because people are not playing fair. And if you have a coach that told you to play fair, that coach is also delusional about reality. Anyways, the second one is this, right? Stop trying to please people. Let go of that need to please. Just become aware of your need to please people. Become aware of that desire to gain people's validation. Be more demanding. Demand more. I'm very demanding to a point. I know what I want. And if you're not willing to give me what I want, I'm not going to ask you for more. I'm just going to walk away. Simple as that. You see, so if you want to experiment, when I mean not trying to please, do that with people that you don't care that much, that you care but not that much, right? Stop trying to please them, and be the more demanding. Demand that people get right on time. So if you hang out with your friend at 8 p.m. and he's always late at 9, say, bro, if you're late next time, we're not hanging out. Demand people to respect you. If you have a girlfriend of yours, a female friend, who talk bad about you, who says something disrespectful in front of other people, you better tell her, yo, don't do that again, or we'll never talk again. And you better be willing to follow through on that, right? Be willing, like stop trying to keep people on your good, to stay on people's good side. You also have power. You also have something to offer. Why can't they work to stay on your good side? Look at it from that perspective. Be colder in the beginning with people so that they can desire to be on your warm side. Does that make sense? The third one. And I'm telling you, guys like this. Guys like this kind of stuff. When you embrace this kind of mentality with a guy, like I'm not saying to not have sex with him. I'm not talking about none of that stuff. I mean, know what you want and don't compromise. Don't compromise. Know what you want before you get into it, so that you have a mental image, so that you have something to compare it to. Okay, this does not look like what I want. I'm not gonna follow that. And sometimes that means leaving the people who you're with, because I can promise you, guys come back. Guys always come back. I come back. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you left me, I'll be back. Yeah. Eventually, I'll be back. Eventually, I'll shoot my shot. It may be a year or two, but I'll come back and shoot my shot. I can promise you I'll shoot my shot. Every dude would do that. And when they come back, you stand firm. You stand firm. Like, you got to have like an inner fortitude. Like almost like a slight anger, slight resentment towards people taking advantage of you, so that you could use that to defend yourself against people's bullshit. The next one, embrace people's, and again, this is what I told my client. We talked about this. I gave her a game plan, and that game plan is for the goal is for her to gain people's respect, but above all, it'll give her own personal respect. You see what I'm saying? Because it's weird when you lose people because you stood up for yourself. Yeah, you feel a little shitty, but a part of you feels proud of yourself. You see what I'm saying? The third one and last one is just embrace confrontation. right? Embrace confront. Do not be afraid of confrontation. Embrace disagreeing with people. When I'm with a woman and she says something that I don't agree with, I'll be like, what are you talking about? What? Like, embrace negative emotions. Embrace showing your negative emotions. Stop smiling all the time. If somebody says something stupid, don't be hell out. Be like, what? What are you talking about? Like, learn to use your face to communicate negative emotions. Let's say I'm saying this, right? Say you're saying say like let's say you're saying, yeah, I went around and I got a little cat, and I'm like, right, oh, I got a cat, and I got a dog, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dog, right? And you're talking to me, but I'm like reacting to you. What are you gonna say in your head? You're like, what the fuck? Am I saying something wrong here? Right? From time to time, give that face to people, so you just so that you can see. Like when somebody's saying something, just go like, rather than saying with your word, what do you mean? Or I saying, what? What are you talking about? Say it with your face. Right? Or let's just say somebody says something stupid and ridiculous. Like a guy says, yeah, man, and like, man, man, I'm the shit, man. I'm like the best guy in the world. You show him that you're like, oh wow, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn to speak with your face. Learn to show negative emotions with your face. Like when somebody says something that you don't like, don't be afraid to show it sometimes, especially if you don't know the person. Like, because when you don't know the person, like when you don't know somebody and they show you negative emotions, that startles you a little bit. It startles you. You see what I'm saying? Like you're more sensitive to strangers. So you want to get good reactions from strangers. Family members, you can deal with it, but with strangers, especially a stranger you kind of like, you're more reactive to them. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't know them, you're already nervous. So when you learn to show negative emotions with your face from time to time, you could just play around with it. Like honestly, just play around with it. Like when you're at a bank teller and they say this, you're like, and just notice what they say. It gets into people's heads. What you want is for people to talk to you and to be trying to gain your validation as they talk to you. You're like, interesting. Like just learn to approve and disapprove with your face. Just give it a practice. You know what I'm talking about, right? And embrace your negative emotions. Like if you feel anger, just say, bro, I don't agree with what you're saying. I truly don't agree with what you're saying. If you're talking to a dude and you like the guy, but he's saying something disrespectful, walk away. If you're talking to a dude and he's 30 minutes late, leave and say, bro, you were 30 minutes late. Let's hang out some other time. If a guy flakes on you, don't be available tomorrow. Be available 2 weeks from now. Make him wait. Don't say I'm doing it to punish you. Make an excuse. What I'm saying is that you didn't like the fact that they made you wait, and you know goddamn well you want to get back at them. Make them wait. Make them wait. Like embrace the anger. Embrace your negative emotions. Learn to call out people on their bullshit more often. If a guy says that, if you ask him, let's hang out tomorrow. No, if he disrespects you and then he acts like nothing happened, don't shut the fuck up. You better say, motherfucker, you disrespected me the other day. What the fuck was that all about? And don't smile. Don't try to be nice. Give him that look. Women, men love this kind of stuff. I'm just letting you know. As long as you're under control, men will love this part. Like this part of your character, men will like this. As long as you're under control, they will like this. It's you have more of a problem if you don't do this more often than you do this, because if you don't do this, you will be taken advantage of. You will assume he likes you because he's there, but you will know that there's zero respect behind that. Value people respecting you over everything, and things will fall into place. Just remember that. All right. And that's how you embrace, and that's why men, these are some of the ways to embrace your shadow. Some of the ways, there's many ways, but these are some general ways to embrace it. Use your frustration as a first starting point, because people have played you in the past. Stop trying to please people and become more demanding of what you want. Know what you want and demand for it, right? Right? And demand people to be more punctual with you. Embrace confrontation. Do not be afraid to show negative emotions. Stop smiling at people. Stop trying to please people. Stop walking around with a fucking infinite smile. You know, always all jolly and happy. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, walk with a serious face. Make people respect you. Make people sense your coldness in the beginning before they sense your warmth. And you'll notice things will change after a while. And you'll change the way you perceive yourself. You have more self-respect. Simple as that. Peace out, motherfuckers. I mean, peace out, mindful gang. Sorry about that. Mindful gang. Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on Patreon. That's right. When YouTube closes this channel, which it will one day, I can promise you that, we will have all of our content on Patreon. So here's your chance to sign up and to become Patreon members, and you'll get a bunch of benefits. You'll get new videos. Patreon exclusive videos. So this is what we have. We have a few different tiers. We have the freeloaders, no mo. All right. So if you're a freeloader, which is nothing wrong with the freeloaders, we love our freeloaders, but you could just become a $1 donator and not be a freeloader and get my underlying gratitude, ladies and gentlemen. After that, you could become the purposeful gang. That's right, the purposeful gang. And in that, you get access to all of the videos that we have on a weekly basis. We make live streams, we get questions, and we post them on a weekly basis. And it's for men and women. We have different videos. We have a section for men and a section for women. And then we have the mindful gang, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the mindful gang. And in that, not only do you get my gratitude, not only do you get the weekly video, but you get the credit that we put on each of one of my videos. You will be named and accredited on each one of my videos if you become a $10 donator. And we have a few of them already. And after that, we have the Like a Boss one. That's right, Like a Boss. And in that, not only do you get my underlying gratitude, access to all the videos, which is like 2 or 3 videos per week. I'll put your name on the credit, and then you get to ask a question, people. That's right, you get to ask a question, and I'll answer it in the form of a video. You see, we all know that my coaching is not as cheap. So in that, you get a chance to speak with me at an affordable price. And not only that, I get to pray for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, I'll pray for you, all right? So not only do you get the chance to ask a question, you get a prayer from Daddy, you get a prayer from Delexis, people. And after that, you got the Mindful Master. And in this, not only do you get prayer, not only do you get the videos, not only do you get credits, not only do you get the question, but you get a drawing by your favorite, and that's right, your favorite, right? Your favorite YouTuber, and I'll send it to you straight to your house, ladies and gentlemen. You get a nice little 20-minute drawing straight from me, and I'll send it to your house. Isn't that great? No other YouTubers doing that, to be honest with you, and I'm the only one who's doing that. So if you want to do that, become a member of the Patreon group. As you can see, we just posted it yesterday, and we shall be posting new videos tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope to see you guys inside, and you guys have a good day. Peace out, people.